All right, guys, it's Donovan. I'm back at it. Yes, it's been 3 or 4 months. Let's get that straight out the way, straight down to business. It's been 3 or 4 months. These days, I'm working 2 jobs. I work 6 to 7 days a week. I don't have much time to get out here and ride as much as I would like to. However, I'm gonna try my best to start incorporating videos here and there the best that I can, okay? Today's video specifically is for a subscriber I had. They were asking if it was possible to do a 180 on a ramp without a bunny hop. At least that's how I'm understanding the question, because it was written kind of weird. And I said, you know, yeah, why not? Yeah, it's totally possible. Yeah, I'll come out here and try it. Sure. What you want to do, like always, find a ramp, find a bank. If you don't have a skate park near you, go by a school. Try to find something that has a slant that resembles a bank like this, or you know, it doesn't have to be as big as that. My camera's going crazy, sorry. Okay, to 180, I wouldn't necessarily call this a 180 if you don't bunny hop. It's more of like a pivot. There's 2 variations of this, okay? First variation being you go up on the ramp, you pick up your front wheel to turn around, and you leave your rear wheel still on the ramp, okay? The second variation I'm gonna explain is you slide your front wheel and both wheels stay on the ground. So you got a couple ways to play for it. I don't always pick up both wheels to 180. A lot of times I like to do the slide, you know? Some people might be like, oh, that's beginner, this and that. Man, get out of here with all that garbage. I don't care if you've been biking for 10 years. You do a slide on that ramp, it's gonna look cooler than somebody doing the 360. Like, let's just be honest. The style points go a lot further than knowing how to do like a triple flare, double whip, 85, 2600. Okay? So, let's get this foundation stuff down, because it's really gonna change the way you guys feel about riding. It's gonna give you a lot more confidence right off the bat, and it's really gonna just give you that power you need to advance to harder tricks. Let's get straight into the trick. Enough BS. Okay, so go ahead and find your ramp, ride up the ramp, and come back down. Just ride up, kind of turn around, go up, turn around. And you see with these clips here, what I'm showing you is this is all you have to do to just get started. Get really comfortable with that, okay? Just feel how it feels in your handlebars. I want you to really get comfortable with that to the point where you know you have control of the bike and you're like, okay, I can go up this ramp and come back down without a problem, okay? Now, once you understand that, the first version of this I'm gonna explain is picking up your front wheel. So, just start it slowly, and then the more you do it, the more you're gonna pick it up and turn it so it's a full 180, okay? Baby steps. You don't have to do the entire 180 at first. You'll go up the ramp. Once you get close to the top, I want you to just pick up your front wheel and then just keep going back. You see in these clips here how I'm just picking it up and I'm barely turning, but I'm just kind of picking it up once I hit that peak point. And then I'm going back down, just like I was doing before I was lifting it up, okay? So I want you to do this for a while, okay? Once you get comfortable with that, okay, come back here. Now this is what I want you to do. Go up and try to turn it a little bit earlier. And just like I said in my 180 video, I want you to focus on your shoulder, okay? Whether you turn left or right, whether that's your left or right shoulder, I want you to turn your head towards it and look down and just see. I want you to see and visualize that landing as you're doing the trick. So look, drop that shoulder in and just pull your bars up towards your chest. And I want you to really just lean into it. It's gonna feel a little bit weird at first if you're not used to it, but trust me, I want you to go ahead and lean into the trick just like I'm doing here. All right, once you understand that, I want you to just keep slowly and incrementally moving the point that you do this, and it'll just get easier and easier and easier. Once you get a little bit more advanced, you can do it like this. And what I'm doing here is I'm picking up my wheel, but I'm giving it pedal pressure. What is pedal pressure, you may ask, because you may not know that yet, and that's okay. Pedal pressure is when you have a cassette hub, and a cassette hub, easy way to tell a cassette hub from a free coaster hub is you're gonna hear that tick, 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 tick. You're gonna hear, you know, that tick, that ticking, you know, most regular hubs are cassette. When you pick up that front wheel, I want you to immediately lean towards the way you're gonna turn. Pick up your front wheel And as you do that, you're gonna feel the bike almost kind of pause in the position that it's at. Like I said, it sounds very strange, but you have to, when you're in the middle of doing it, what I'm explaining is gonna make a lot more sense. Hopefully these clips that I'm showing you helps kind of mesh with my explanation. I'm trying to make this sound as simple as possible, but sometimes, unfortunately, when you have to explain things, you almost have to add in like so many little steps that might confuse a lot of people at first. And I don't want you guys to get discouraged because of that, okay? It's all in the feel, like your body's gonna get it, you know what I mean? So just keep doing that. And then eventually you'll get to a point where you can just do it. It's muscle memory. You don't have to think about it. Going back to the ramp, look at how my feet are stopping the bike. As soon as I go up, I pick up the front wheel, I do that pedal pressure, and I turn it. And when I do that pedal pressure, you look how the back wheel, it just kind of freezes in its position. Then I'm dropping that shoulder in. And since I'm dropping that shoulder in and turning my head, the weight is shifting. Because it's like, okay, the bike wants to go up, but now that I'm dropping in my shoulder and turning my body, the gravity is going to do the work for you. So now that all you got to do is hold that pedal pressure and the bike will just go right back into the ramp. Okay, so I know it sounds very confusing at first, but trust me, save this video, like this video, put it in your saved playlist, make a playlist for yourself. Beginner BMX, okay, you know, or title it, this is what I'm currently learning in the skate park or something like that, and have this be one of the things that you practice every time you come in. The second way of doing this is just doing a slide, and to be honest with you, this requires a little bit more balance. So the way that I learned it, one of my friends used to do this all the time, and I remember when I first started, I specifically asked him, I was like, how the heck are you doing it? I'm like, what is that you're doing? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I just do it. And to somebody just starting BMX, you know, something like that, it was just really cool to me, and it still is today, because it shows like a lot of it's just when you do something like that, it just really shows that, like, okay, this guy knows how to control his bike. Don't go on as much of an angle, but you're gonna have to backpedal just a little bit. So move your cranks backwards one time, and as you do that, I want you to just drop your shoulder in, and without picking up your front wheel, I want you to turn it about 90 degrees according to the top of the ramp. I want you to turn it about 90 degrees, and what you're gonna see is the bike starts to slide, okay? Now you might fall, you might screw up quite a few times before you get this, but I'm telling you guys, like, this is something that you could literally learn in like an hour, or maybe quicker, maybe longer, depending on your skill set. Either way, this isn't one of those tricks that you're gonna have to do for like months and months and this and that. You know, you guys want something easy to do. This is the stuff you want to start with, because when it comes to those tricks that you do later, this is gonna come in handy. How, you might ask? That's just something you're gonna have to see when you get to that point. I can try to explain it. It's gonna be easier because you have better control of the bike, and when you have better control, it's something that it just translates into other tricks, okay? So like once you have that control, it really helps with so much stuff. And like, I just can't stress enough how these foundational tricks are just so crucial to being able to do 360s and being able to do tail whips and bar spins and backflips, if that's, you know, where you want to take your career. That's pretty much it as far as this trick goes. Really just going up the ramp, turning it about 90 degrees, dropping that shoulder in, turning your head, spotting where you're gonna land. And once you do that, your bike will just kind of slide on the ramp. And you may have to add like a little bit of pulling, but I'm telling you guys, doing these things on ramps is just like a godsend, because you don't have to do as much work as you think. You know, you go up, you turn your shoulder in, you look where you want to go, and gravity will just kind of pull you. Gravity is just like, oh, okay, he wants to go back down, then we'll just pull the bike down for him. Like, it's really that simple, guys. Okay, so I really hope that this makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know. If you need me to clarify something, please let me know, because I may have kind of grazed over something that you may not understand. And as somebody that's been doing this for so long, it may be easy for me to just kind of skip over something that may not make sense to you. So hit me down in the comments. Let me know if this makes sense. It's really cold outside these days. You know, you see the tree in the back, it doesn't have any leaves anymore. I got the gloves on. I'm still gonna do my best to try and get out here when I can. Do not be discouraged. You'll get it, okay? So just start with the smaller things. Just all the harder tricks, just like, okay, you know, let me just not worry about this stuff now. Let me just really focus on my beginner tricks, because at the end of the day, these kind of tricks are something the average person can't do. So, you know, you go to the skate park, you know, you get some asshole that's just like, oh yeah, you know, this guy can't bike. Most people aren't like that. I highly doubt you're gonna go somewhere and people are talking crap because you're trying to learn a simple trick. So as a beginner, if that's something that's keeping you from going to the skate park, if you're a little bit afraid, just throw that out the window. And if somebody is being like that, you know, they're just an asshole, and like nobody in the park's gonna like them, because that's not the type of attitude we like to have here at the skate park. Okay, and at the end of the day, what I want you guys to remember is have fun. This sport doesn't happen overnight, and if you just keep trying and keep pushing, you'll win this fight. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Donovan out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.